Have you ever seen videos of a nuclear weapon exploded above the ground or below? The force of one Castle Bravo, a modern nuclear weapon, is equal to 15,000 kilotons of TNT, which is equal to 15 million tons of TNT. One nuclear weapon can destroy an entire city, killing millions and millions of people. Even the first and only two nuclear bombs ever dropped in a war killed and injured approximately 225,000 people in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. The blast of a nuclear weapon is terrifying, but the radiation that is released is devastating. I want to convince you that nuclear weapons are vital to the survival of this country, and to inform everyone of the nuclear possibilities that exist in the world. Now that you've watched some of this video, let's talk about the different types of nuclear weapons. There are several different types of nuclear weapons out in the world. The first is a fission weapon. A fission weapon uses compressed plutonium core within a high explosive lens, as seen in this picture right here. The second is a fusion weapon, which is referred to as a thermonuclear weapon or a hydrogen bomb. These work by using a fission weapon to superheat the fusion material to thermonuclear temperatures, which can be seen here. The next category of several different types, such as neutron bomb, which can be used to cause massive casualties while leaving infrastructure intact by causing a low blast shield but a massive amount of neutron radiation. There are many nuclear weapons out there that have different blast shields for varying situations. Next, we're going to talk about the different countries that have thermonuclear arsenal. More than 24 countries have nuclear weapons at their disposal, and many countries are trying every day to collect these weapons and start their own arsenals. Some of the big ones are the U.S. with over 7,000, Russia with over 8,000, and with UK, France, China, India, Pakistan, Israel having anywhere from 80 to 300 apiece. There are several countries such as Iraq, Iran, Syria, North Korea, and a couple others that are fighting for nuclear weapons every day. And some of these have admitted to the intent of using the weapons if they have them. Now, after having this information, why is it important to have and maintain our nuclear arsenal? Since the Cold War, we have had the mindset of using nuclear weapons as a deterrent in other countries. During what was called the arms race, the U.S. and Russia were racing each other to develop as many weapons as possible. With the possible intent of using them on each other, the idea was mad. Mutually assured destruction was employed by the U.S. towards Russia, and it worked. Not a single weapon was used by either country on each other, although each country was constantly maneuvering in order to have a better advantage over the other. The U.S. was constantly practicing drills in order to prepare if there ever was a nuclear war. Now that you know about the types of nuclear weapons, let's talk about how they are delivered to their targets. The types of delivery system that is most used is ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. These missiles, which can carry several nuclear warheads, can reach out to almost any place on the Earth from the U.S. Then we have your regional ballistic missiles. These missiles are much smaller, with much smaller payloads that can fly up to about 5,500 kilometers. They are much easier to produce and much cheaper. These are the types of payloads available to the poorer countries, North Korea for example. These missiles can be moved and launched using vehicles, making them very portable and can be moved quickly if ever discovered. There are also cruise missiles, which are often used on submarines that have nuclear capabilities. These cruise missiles are much like unmanned aircraft, with an internal guidance units that use their engines to fly throughout the entire course. They are able to fly at high speeds and low altitudes, making them much harder to detect and much more difficult to defend against. Nuclear weapons can also be moved and deployed using aircraft such as bombers, fighters, and even remotely piloted aircraft. Nuclear weapons are the most devastating weapons that humankind has ever created. Many people see having nuclear weapons as insane, and just another way to wreak massive amounts of destruction on other countries. But even though they are weapons, they are also one of our best lines of defense. The fact that we have these weapons, and other countries know that we have these weapons, has deterred countries from striking at the U.S. with those nuclear weapons. I believe that we should continue the upkeep of our arsenal as a future deterrent against all future threats.